Hello guys and welcome back to Phoenix Wright is Attorney. Turnabout goodbyes. We are now into the first day of trials. We're gonna hope that we can remember the voices because most times it doesn't work very well. Karma. Karma? That's right. Manfred Von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. Uh-oh. I forgot he was the prosecutor. Well, that's a problem. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He's got a prosecution right. A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred Von Karma is a man to be feared. It's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me, times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Why are we always using multiplication? Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. Guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya. We could really be using me as helper now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. 10 hours a week again. Oh man, what bad timing. Wow, jeez, Phoenix. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. Phoenix! What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. She's here to help you out, Phoenix, and you just say, nope, we need Mia. Poor Maya. Now, this is the prob voice. The court is now in session for the trials of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Von Karma, is prosecution ready? Fool! You seriously think that I would not stand here if I were not completely prepared? Right. My apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well. Your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. Prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. We'll see how much I like this voice. Describe the incident. Now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. That's not the middle. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here at the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots, and the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Testifies to the courts about the arrest. Now. Oh, wait, Mr. Von Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course. You're quite right. No, he's not. Do I not get my cross-examination? Rest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake, so we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. That's... Okay. I don't really have anything to press him on, though. You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Gosh. I can't do that low of a voice, I'm sorry. That woman and that man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I have summoned a woman who was camping. A woman who was camping. Camping. A lot of heart. What happened next, detective? Had seen crime as best we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to next year's salary review. So much for looking forward to these days. This is no time for the dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. I'm just gonna press everything because I have no idea what I'm gonna do. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Stop talking! Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Yeah, he does. And I need him to stop, because his voice doesn't stay the same. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, this court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Ugh. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue. Now. Okay. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. Didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence. Pistol bullet. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Does it seem evil laugh as Edgeworth? I wouldn't call that a laugh. There were fingerprints on the pistol in the boat. There were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order, order. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. I'm sorry. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Okay, 2 things that I want to check before anything else happens. Okay, it doesn't tell me if he's right or left-handed. I kind of wanted to see that, but that's okay. The other thing is... Does it even say it here? Okay. 2 shots were happened that night. 3 shots came from the gun. And only 1 bullet ever actually hit. What the heck? But okay, whatever. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the pistol. Bullet matched the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? I know too much about this. Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Okay. Understandable if I don't. Not understandable if she doesn't. Because theoretically, she's just like help, so you have no clue what she doesn't know. Very well. I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from the pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order. This is bad. Makes it look like I worked that up. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive evidence, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I'm somewhat fatigued, and so I'll take a brief break. I'll call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge. Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess. Now! But, wait, just bang off them the gavel and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court, anyway? I'd love to know that, too. Don't really matter, though, I suppose. At this point, someone's been smacked enough, though, that I'm surprised there's not a red handprint. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints went on the murder weapon? And the foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was it you in that boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by, and the other man fell from the boat. Can't say why, but I thought at the time he had shot himself. You mean it was suicide? That's the only explanation I could come up with. Huh. How am I gonna convince anyone of that? Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry. It's no good. Ugh. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No! No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out, even if you don't actually help. Hey! It's the thought that counts. It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck's gonna run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Sorry. Oops. I'm terrible at the comforting people part. Which is true to real life, it works. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Well, Mr. Lotta Hart, take the stand. Again, his voice changes every time. Oh no! Switching between you two is gonna be impossible. Lotta Hart, you are a research student at the university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Ugh. Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand. Yeah, I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please. Witness's account. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary thing on the lake but the boat. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is the photo, accepted as evidence. Oh, well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order. I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake, she heard the shot. There are no other boats on that lake, so the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Or not. Order. I will have order. Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Can I not do my cross-examination? Well, wait, Your Honor, I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination. Well, we have the photographic proof. What question could there possibly be? The photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick? Contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there's a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? Yes. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah. Got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Rude. Just after midnight. Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day? Huh? Oh, yeah, well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really. I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness continued her testimony. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? Nope. I looked after I heard a noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, right? Not meaningless babble. Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to witness. To what end? Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. Sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scan the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. What am I supposed to do now? There weren't any contradictions in there. Sorry, Nick. Only my sister were here. I was really taking this hard. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at a university. I was taking pictures to use my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have anything to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Well, wait now. I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection is sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? No. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. Jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth nothing. But, Your Honor, you kept your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize you for further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. If that happens, you'll leave the courtroom immediately. Understood. Uh-huh. Nick, all his testimony is fishy, Nick. Really fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I don't actually remember what happened. I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Pause. Who was that? It was me. Maya? Is there something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea? Treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. Sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He's in contempt of court and must leave. No. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order. You are in contempt of court. It was too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're gonna arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. But Maya? Well, bye. Peh. I care not for this melodrama. Listen, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. That last statement. I saw it clear as day. Man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it? Oh, I don't know if I can find anything in that, but I can't squander Maya's efforts either. I thought there was gonna be more. Well, what do you mean the other man? You cannot expect to allow to be literally ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. But if you claim there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony, we'll find it if you can. Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to sign you a penalty. Why? Damn. That's it? Okay. I guess I'm presenting something. The lake photo that shows basically nothing, I'm gonna assume. Got ya. Got you, Miss Hart, finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So, the picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defense that night? Of course. I said I could and I meant I could. And please testify to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right. It was cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out in the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You used binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good? I think that's what it was. Why? Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of a meteor shower? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Yes. Oh boy. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow. Maybe I went a little bit over there. Bored there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. Miss Hart, what made you choose the lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets really thick on the lake. It's not suited for stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking straight. Hi. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of you challenge her challenging intellect. Now, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You're saying how it was you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please. If there was a heavy fog, how would the binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him. I did, yeah. Enough. There's no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me. I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many Von Karmic objections I get. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Wait, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to present. Oh, hope for a second that I don't choose the wrong piece of evidence. Okay. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Ah! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Show evidence. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart? Present! Gordy. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? Newspaper article? Gordy. The sighting at Gourd Lake. Well, Miss Hart? I never heard no lake monster. You got a proof for something? Let me see proof that was down the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I have proof. I have it. Proof. Gordy Lake monster? I don't know. Your own camera? Your camera was set to take photos in response to the loud noises. Thus the photograph here taken when a gun fired at the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had it set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order, order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there and try to take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. Well, you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove it's nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it, but what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy for the court? Please revise your testimony. Right, fine, I'll testify. That won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. I'm going to spoil it. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what stupid it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake, but that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I watched the boat the whole time. And then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands. Heard another gunshot. Looking right at the boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Why were you looking at the boat? You may begin your cross-examination. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she's a research student or photographer has no bearings on this case, but that it has changed. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma is up to something, I know it. I don't want me to cross-examine her. Why? Is there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. That would be a first. Very funny. You understand this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there's no problem in the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Do I know what it is? No. Okay. Exactly what sort of sound was it? I've never heard one before. Just can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. What sharper sound than what I expected. There wasn't much else to look at? Yeah? I don't know. She heard Pang. She thought Gordy was out there. Kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at the boat. What? What do I do now? Why are you giving me that look for? Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness. Continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. You wouldn't have been looking. Yay. I was like, are we gonna present this for the third time? Or it's either second or third. Either way, we presented this too many times for me to be confident at the second or third time that we present this. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It's the only thing out there. Any normal person be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you're not normal. Oh, wow. But you are far from normal. I got so close. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at a lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy. That's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Ugh. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through your binoculars. However, you would need binoculars to watch the boat. You needed them to search for Gordy. That's what you were doing. Ugh. Well... well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might have been out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying you're not watching the boat, then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be a witness to murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat. Till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got that photograph. You got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting this photo. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Witness. That's enough. You had a long day. Shut your pipe. Shut my what? What's she gonna say? She took the photo and what? Enlarged it. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't see who's shooting. That's why she said she was going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop quality in mine, but should let us see who's who. I can't get his voice right now, I'm sorry. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. But the enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, prison for Edgeworth or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. Well, what are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place, you old fool. Well, what's the meaning of this, Von Karma? Miss Hart, show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution accepts the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. Right hand. We still cannot see who is firing this. Could be the defendant, could not. Regardless, I'll accept this in evidence. It's coming from the... Oh, is it coming from the left? Oh, it's coming from the left. I think. I really can't tell. There has to be something. Give me a second. Okay, there. Check. No, it's coming from the left. Yeah, it's coming from the left. That's unfortunate. Wait. Pause. There's a... Okay, I got them flipped. I still have the right idea, though. There's fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand, but it's shooting from the left. and little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means the initiation is over, obviously. No, pause, stop, cross, damn it, stop. Then I would like to close the cross-examiner, Miss Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to, and the trial began. Decisive evidence, a decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? The fact that you don't have decisive evidence. Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my... Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. This is bad, really bad. What should I do? Object! Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Stop it. Mr. A, you will show the court what you mean by the photo is strange. Okay, here goes nothing. Okay. We're not gonna try with the joystick right now. Because it likes to mess with me. It's the hand. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at that hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does... what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence the left hand contradicts. This one! The evidence is clear. The man in the photograph is holding the pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, we're stealing catchphrases from our bay. The man shooting the pistol in the photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We know now that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we've seen, there's no other people in the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Unfortunately, the victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order, order. So you're saying the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I am so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. The suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wounds revealed the distance of which he was shot. The distance? Yeah, it's a... I think it's gunpowder residue. Because if you're that close, then usually it's gunpowder residue. I think. I could be wrong. The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's free feet. Thank you. There is no way it could have been suicide. Thank you for helping all of the Americans out here. Although I still don't know how long that is. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure the accuracy of this data? Of course. I already had considered the possibility of suicide, you see. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, prints on the gun reveal the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for the trial for the day. Court orders the defense and prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. Court is adjourned. Yay! December 26, 1:15 p.m. What a way to spend the days between Christmas and New Year's. Whew, that was a close one. Hey! Don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but What happened out there on the lake anyways? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm gonna go check on mine. Oh. Rose. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she said in court. That's all. Would it kill you just to say how you really feel with the thanks, Edgeworth? It might. He did have concerns about his heart. I requisitioned a transcript of Lutter's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. The only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Lutter's deposition. To be continued. That's where we'll pause it. Luckily, this is shorter than the freaking other one, but that's okay. Hopefully, you all enjoyed. Let me know what you all think of the series, as we are quickly coming to a close. There are still quite a few parts in this one left, along with the last trial, but we're not quite there yet. So, hopefully, you all enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!